Casting can be a very useful tool. You might find yourself in a position where you only want to post an event depending on a variable in another blueprint, so you decide to cast to it to check. Before you do, however, it's worth bearing in mind that if your blueprint casts to another blueprint, then they are always linked. They have a hard reference, meaning that whenever you load your blueprint, it will also load the casted to blueprint as well. This could have implications causing breakages, so you need to take care when using cast to blueprint types. If casting to a blueprint is troublesome for your project, an alternative approach would be to use interfaces. We might look into that approach in Series 2. To cast, right-click and type cast and the BP you want to access. However, the object pin and the cast to node can be a bit tricky. What do we plug into it? I like to think of casting as a family member calling another family member to ask for some information, like a name or address. If you're related to the person calling, you give them the information. If not, you don't answer the call or provide any information. The big face and the third person character are not related. One is not a subclass of the other, so we can't access any of the player's information. We can see this from the parent class in the top right. The big face is an actor, and the third person character is a character. There's another way we can use casting in this simple game. While it might not be the most efficient method, it will effectively demonstrate how casting works. Ignoring the fact we already have a player reference, let's start by adding a collision box. We'll move it into position on the top step. And with the collision box selected, we can add the event on component begin overlap from the details tab. Although the face and character are not related, the character class is a specialized type of actor, so we can use the other actor object reference to cast to the third person character. We only care if the player has made it up there. If there are other actors moving around the level, they might overlap too, but since they aren't a third person character, the cast will fail. And once we have the character reference, we can check if it has the correct name. We get the character and we ask for the name variable. We can see the third person character has a name of Bob, so we can say, hey, is your name equal to Bob? Essentially, every time something passes through the box, we're asking, who's that? Are you a character? Is that you, Bob? And if it is, it will return true to this check. Let's add a breakpoint to this collision and let's play the game. We hit the breakpoint once we step onto the top step. That's great. Now let's step through. We're casting to the third person character and that's been successful. If we hover over the variables while in a breakpoint pause, we're able to see what they are. It looks like it is Bob. If we continue, we can see the print string comes up with Bob is here. The next video is going to be a short one, but we're going to be looking at the power of Notepad.